guys, Luxker here. Welcome to Xeno News, a biannual news series where a few guests and I talk about stories related to Xenogears, Xenosaga, and the Xenoblade games. This episode will be talking about Xenoblade news from the past year in 2025. If you haven't watched my previous video talking about the Xenogears news, I highly encourage you to do so if you're a fan of that game. And I am joined by Xenoastra to discuss the Xenoblade news that happened this year. Let's get started! So Astra, how's it popping?
Terrible. You?
Better than you, which means terrific. Anyways, how have you been, Astra?
I've been otherwise good. How about you?
Yeah, I've been doing pretty well. We got quite a bit of Xenoblade news to talk about, but I really appreciate you joining me and discussing all this. So, let's go ahead and get started now. So, our first piece of Xenoblade news is that, earlier back in Xenoblade 1's anniversary, Microsoft posted on their Twitter account that they wanted to preserve this papier-mâché kit that was made all the way back in 2007 or 2006. Every Xenoblade fan knows what this is. This is a pretty iconic papier-mâché kit that was used as a pitch to get now the beginning of the world to be made as an actual game. And you know how Microsoft found this as a really important thing that they wanted to preserve and stuff, because, like, even though, like, papier-mâché is, like, a really good use of, like, making art in general, it's not very easy to preserve. So, Microsoft staff actually took a picture of this to be used as a way of digitizing the papier-mâché kit, and what they came up with was this. They made, like, just basically like a 3D digital model of the papier-mâché kit just from the picture alone, and it looks kind of incredible, and it's just a great way to actually preserve the kit in general. I know there's like a little bit of like I just noticed this right here, like there's like stuff that's just like floating a little bit, so it's not like actually like from the physical thing itself because of the stuff that's just floating around, but I would say this is a great way to just preserve it in general, and like, yeah, I really enjoy them, their best effort into preserving this iconic Xenoblade kit. So, what are your thoughts on this? I think this is pretty cool work that they done.
Of course, I really love this. And like you mentioned, papier-mâché doesn't always last forever, especially considering that Japan has so much humidity that eventually it will start melting away and crumbling. And I think having a digital version is really good for everyone because we all essentially get to have our own version of this, even if it's not physically, and we can see a whole 360 just like if we were actually in front of it. This is sitting in one of Monolith Soft's, one of their lovely headquarters, or one of their headquarters, in their headquarters. I really like the canyon that they put in there. Yeah. It really signifies the rift between them.
Yeah, I mean, they use this as a way to pitch Monao beginning of the world, and this is something that Microsoft needed to preserve, and like for obvious reasons, like they wanted to try to preserve it in a digital format. I know they're trying to preserve that as much as they can because I believe papier-mâché lasts maybe like around like, I would say, like, if you keep it in the best conditions, you can preserve it for, like, up to 25 to 30 years, I want to say. And yeah, you know, this whole thing is, like, almost 20 years old now, so they gotta find a way to actually preserve it because of, like, all the humidity that Japan has, so. But yeah, really good stuff in general. Like, I'm glad that Microsoft is taking advantage of preserving their materials and stuff, so. But yeah, that's it for Microsoft on Xenoblade 1 news. So let's go ahead and go on to Xenoblade 2 news now. So we got actually a few things here. So on Xenoblade 2's anniversary, which is almost a week ago, Masatsugu Saito, as we've been discussing in past Xeno news videos, makes anniversary artwork for the Xenoblade games that he worked on. And here, Saito did a little drawing of Poppy Alpha right here, so it's really cool that like he was able to design this. Poppy Alpha is a great character, I would say, probably one of the more memorable characters from Xenoblade 2. I know a lot of people like the Cutie Pie design a lot, as well as the QT design, which I think the QT design is my personal favorite for obvious reasons for anybody that's played Xenoblade 2 and got the DLC. But Poppy Alpha is just a great character. It's very emblematic of the game itself, so...
I love this artwork. It's so cute. Poppy Alpha is such a cute character, and I really like her nose in here. It's just so tiny and cute.
Yeah, that little baby nose that Saito likes to put in his character designs, so... But yeah, really not much to say about this. We'll be going over a couple more in the Xeno news video coming up, but it's really cool to see that there. Among other news related to Xenoblade 2, Manami Kyoto, who is one of the composers for Xenoblade 2, posted a video of her performing Spirit Crucible Elpis on piano here. So it's a really cool video in general that, like, this was actually taken from, like, one of her concerts that she did, like, a year ago, and she was able to post this part in public, and I did listen to this on my own, and, like, it's really cool, honestly, that, like, seeing it performed live in front of people. Like, it's something that, like, if any Minami Kyoto fan was there, they would, like, really be enjoying this piece. Spirit Crucible Elpis is one of my favorite dungeons. I know a lot of people will probably be hating on me for this, but I actually find Spirit Crucible Elpis to be probably one of the more underrated portions of Xenoblade 2. And the music that plays there is really amplifying of that fact too. So,
Yes, I love both of them. The Spirit Crucible Elpis music is probably my second or third favorite area theme, and I really love towards the end game of Xenoblade 2. It's just really beautiful, both story-wise and also dungeon-wise. And I actually play piano, violin, and flute, and I would love to learn the song on all three. It's just such a beautiful song.
yeah. Yeah, I hope Manami Kyoto releases, like, maybe her sheet music. Not, like, all of it, but, like, maybe, like, a few things of her sheet music just for the fans to, like, maybe just play on piano or violin and experience it. So, but I really enjoy Manami Kyoto just being able to share her love and passion for her music and just share it with the fans as well. So, great stuff, Manami Kyoto. But not all things can be, like, good news, but it can also be pretty sad news. And earlier this year in April, we saw that one of Xenoblade 2's voice actors, William Roberts, who was the voice actor of Dromark from Xenoblade 2, has passed away. So it's I think Dromark, honestly, like, I don't really care much for Dromark in general. I'm pretty sure a lot of Xenoblade fans don't really care much for Dromark, but I know a lot of Nia fans, like, I think Nia fans like Dromark as just a character, as, like, a comfort character in general. His voice actor was, I think he put on a pretty good performance, William Roberts, and, like, it's really sad to see, like, more voice actors that we had from our favorite games just pass away and stuff, including, like, a major character like Dromark as well. I know a voice actor who, I can't remember what his name last year, is the English voice actor for Bana. He passed away as well, and I know a lot of fans were really grieving over that. So, yeah, what are your thoughts on this, Astra? I know I don't particularly think that William Roberts is, like, I do think he's a great voice actor, but as for Dromark, I'm a little, I don't have words to say regarding this, but it's sad just to see more voice actors like him pass away, so.
Of course, it's really sad to see one of the major characters in Xenoblade 2's voice actor passing away. I actually really like Dromark's role. I know he's often very overshadowed, but I really like that he provides that elderly wisdom to the group alongside Azurta. And also, he's a really great mentor and support system for Nia, especially. And I really like the little Easter egg where if you play as Nia, you actually can mount Dromark and as you walk around. And I think that's really cute because they have a really strong bond.
Yeah, I mean, I think Azurta is probably like the best character in regards to wisdom for the whole party. Like, I really like Azurta's role. Dromark also as a support role is really good too. So it's just like, you know how your favorite voice actors in general like suddenly grow older and they just leave leave this earth in general because like that's how life goes. It's just it's just sad to see in general. Like it's just a part of life, and we'll probably continue seeing that in the future as we grow older, and it's just kind of hard, like we really enjoy what these people have performed. So but yeah. But yeah, that's it for Xenoblade 2 news. Let's go ahead and go on to Xenoblade 3 news now. So, another anniversary post from Saito, obviously. So, yep, that's his Senna right here. The girl with the gall, as they all say. I really like Senna a lot, in general. And just seeing Saito, make art of her is, like, really good in general. Just shows a lot of personality and stuff from her as well. I really like Senna. She's probably out of like the main party. I think she's like in I want to say maybe like number 4 or number 3 of the whole entire party. She's just that good, and I really liked her side quests as well that she was in. So, but unfortunately, I can't really talk more about that because Astra is currently playing through Xenoblade 3 for the first time.
Yes, yes.
How much do you know about Senna, Astra? What do you think about this?
So first of all, I want to say that I really love this artwork and I really like her design. I love the blue flames. Reminds me of Bridget. Which
Very much so.
And Bridget is one of my favorite Xenoblade characters in general, so always great to see that.
I think you'll probably like Senna a whole lot when you go through the game. I think you'll really connect with her. Like maybe I don't know if it's more so of a personal level, but I think just her design alone, I think you'll really like Astra. So.
Oh yeah, a lot of people are telling me that she's really similar to my favorite characters in other games, so most likely she'll be in my top 5 for sure, probably. But yeah, I really like her so far.
Yeah, I agree a whole lot. I really enjoy her character, but I can't really say more regarding that because of spoiler reasons. So
Understandable.
So post Luxker here, coming in here because I actually wanted to talk about I didn't actually forget about this. Don't you worry. Since Astra hasn't actually finished Xenoblade 3 or played Future Redeemed, I kind of don't want her to actually show off this artwork, so I'm actually going to be talking about it here myself. But all the way back in April for Future Redeemed's second anniversary, we actually got artwork of Nicole here. I wasn't really expecting this actually to be like the second anniversary art. I was actually expecting it to be Glimmer because she's like out of the main group of the party besides Shulk and Rex. Glimmer is like the second most popular character out of the whole group, not counting either one of them. But I'm actually really surprised that Nicole had artwork done of him this early on. I wasn't really expecting that, and I'm kind of happy for it too because Nicole is a really chill kid. I really loved him in Future Redeemed. He was not just for being Shulk's son or anything like that, but he just is such a really memorable character to me, just with his personality and the fact that he's such a nitwit. Well, I wouldn't say really a nitwit, but like this really charismatic little kid that still kind of wants to be a little kid as well, but also has a lot of ambition with him that he wants to be able to impress the whole group with his skills and stuff. And I find that to be probably a memorable part of Future Redeemed in general, along with the rest of the cast of that game, because it's one of my favorite casts in the entire series. I mean, you already got Shulk and Rex in the entire party and the rest of the gang, and you also have A, Matthew, Nickel, and Glimmer here, all like representing like different factions of the Xeno series as a whole, and like it's just so cool to just see Nickel here in general, just out there, being drawn by Saito as the anniversary artwork, and yeah, I definitely really enjoyed that part right there. So, anyways, let's get on to the next Xenoblade 3 piece. All right. So our next thing we're going to be going over is that we're going to be talking about something that's actually fan related for once regarding Xenoblade 3. So I talked about MB Gov in the past. He knows a lot about Xenoblade and Xeno series arrangements in general, as well as being part of Trails arrangements too. And he hit one of his arrangements for Xenoblade 3, which is called The Ultimate Enemy, got nominated for being the best metal rock arrangement in VGMcon's Game Music Remix Awards. So it's really cool to see that. So unfortunately, like, he didn't really win. It's actually the Ultimate Medley that won. But it's really cool that he got nominated, and I want to, like, shout him out that he just did such an amazing job just with this whole arrangement stuff in general, which we'll also be going over very shortly. I'm just really ecstatic that like a Xenoblade arrangement got nominated for pretty much anything music related, even if it's just fan remixes and stuff. So really cool stuff. Just wanted to shout you out, MB Gov. So Astra, what are your thoughts on MB Gov getting nominated for this award?
I think it's a big day for Xenoblade.
Yeah, you think so?
A huge day for sure, especially because I love metal and rock so much. You know, it's unfortunate we didn't win, but I still think this is a great, huge achievement for us.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. It's great stuff. Great stuff that MB Gov got nominated for too. So our next thing is also related to MB Gov because he's one of the organizers for Resonant Union, which if you don't know what Resonant Union is, they are an arrangement, like a video game and RPG arrangement group that does a lot of arrangements for Falcom games, actually. They're more so geared towards like Falcom games like Trails and the Yeast series and any other Falcom games. But in the past year, as well as last year is when they started, they were able to make an arrangement for like that comes in 3 volumes of what's called the Perfect Arrange Works. And it's such a great... If you have played the whole entire Xeno series and you haven't listened to this album yet, you really need to do so, like, immediately, because, like, they got a lot of amazing, like, arrangements in general, and a lot of this stuff I would probably just nominate in any, like, game of, like, music awards in general, because, like, they just, every single one of them did such an amazing job, and, like, they released, like, their final episode, episode 3, like, probably, like, in July, I want to say, and, it's just such amazing stuff that, like, the whole group came up with. I love the vocal performances, all the, like, so many, like, instrumental performances as well, and I just want to give them a shout out, and, definitely download their music as well from their mega links as well when you see them like on social media or their video streams as well, which I have watched and they've been pretty darn epic, I would say. So what do you think about Perfect Arrange Works here too? Will you listen to their music as well?
Yes, I'll definitely listen to them after I finish Xenogears and Xenosaga and finish Xenoblade 3. I'll definitely give this a listen. I'm really excited to hear it.
Yeah, I mean, if any, like, person that has basically, like, played through the whole, like, Xeno series in general, please, for the love of Zanza, listen to this arrangement album that comes in 3 volumes. It's amazing. Like, everybody did such an amazing job. Unfortunately, they did. I did talk to MB about it. They aren't going to be making more Xenoblade or Xeno series related arrangements in the future, which, I mean, it's kind of a shame, but they're more so like a Falcom arrangement group in general. So, but I think this was really amazing that what they did. So, I will be back with more Xenoblade news. But if you happen to like my videos like this one, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And don't forget to leave a comment as well telling me that I'm doing a great job on these videos, along with sharing this video around. And it helps improve my motivation as well. Also, thanks so much for pushing me to 600 subscribers. I could not have done it without you guys. But let's push this goal even further into the future. But yeah, that's it for Xenoblade, like the main trilogy news. So, what's coming up next right now is we're going to be talking very briefly about our thoughts on Xenoblade X Definitive Edition, because I barely have talked about it in the past Xeno news videos or in any videos in general. And I just want to talk about that now that it's been many months since we both finished Xenoblade X Definitive Edition, and we just want to go ahead and talk about it a little bit more. Do you want to go first, Astra?
Sure, I don't mind. So, when Definitive Edition was first announced, I was probably the happiest person on Earth. Because the original X was, and still is, my favorite game of all time. And so I do have technically 3 games that are tied in first place. Xenoblade 1, Xenoblade X, and Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn. But the thing I like the most about X is the exploration, the sci-fi themes, and also the fact that you're not entirely locked to the main story. You'll do more things after the main story without starting a new playthrough, which is something I really like about the game. And I really love the characters. And without spoiling Chapter 13, I just have to say that I really like the ending a lot, and I think it was worth the 10 years of wait.
Yeah.
What about you? What are your thoughts?
Okay, so I'm probably gonna be doing like just a full-blown review of Xenoblade X Definitive Edition in the future, but man, the stuff in Chapter 13 was certainly like eye-opening in general, without having to spoil anything regarding it. But in my eyes, and when I played Xenoblade X Definitive Edition, I thought I was not gonna like it as much, and like, I thought I was probably gonna not even have it on the top 50 games in general, and I knew I was kind of coming into that anyways, because I'll be perfectly honest with you guys, I'm not really much of a fan of open world games. I mean, I'm an explorer person, but I want to have like guidance or some way of like figuring things out and stuff, and like maybe just a lot of stuff to even do in a world that like is pretty freaking huge, like Mira is. And like, I was kind of going in expecting to be kind of disappointed, but here I was gladly surprised that I ended up enjoying this game a lot more than I thought it was. I mean, Mira is very freaking good. The music is amazing. Sawano, I think, is an amazing composer. He did a lot of great stuff in this game, like music-wise. Like, all the areas just feel alive with his music. That's something that I wouldn't really say about open-world games these days. I feel like they need to have like some really good music in order for me to enjoy them a lot more, and Xenoblade X really delivered them. I know a lot of Sawano's themes in this game are kind of like a mixed bag. Like NLA especially is NLA's OST or in general, both the day and night themes can be pretty silly, but the rest of the themes, like, it really amplifies like the world in general. And I know I talked about Noctilum in the past and how much I enjoyed it in a previous video, but I really enjoy that world too. So the combat, I especially thought I wasn't really gonna like as much, but I actually liked it a lot more. And I feel like with the new stuff like the quick recast or the quick cooldown, yeah, it's called quick cooldown. I actually really like the battle system a lot more, and it actually like gives me a chance to like be able to use things at the right time a lot more frequently and be able to like build stuff up to as well as like when you're in a scale and stuff, you're able to like use the quick cooldown to your advantage a lot of the time. And being able to manage your fuel as well. Really good combat in general, and I got really into it to the point where I kind of dabbled in a little bit, finding Yggdrasil 0 in that one online quest where you have to like grind for parts for like the Ares 90. Although, luckily, you can get materials to build the Ares 90 a lot more quicker in this game, just from going around the world and getting what was it called? Getting all like the getting all those the tickets, that's right. And be able to like build Ares 90s as well as all the materials much quicker, and like I really enjoyed that part. A lot of great stuff that like I thought like would take me like hours to do, but luckily it took me like a pretty short time to even build the things that I want to do in the game, and I really enjoyed that part. Like I know if I would have played this on like on the Wii U, I would have had much longer time with this game, being able to do everything I want. But in Xenoblade X Definitive Edition, I enjoy like building things much quicker and having all the quality of life stuff in there too. And I really enjoyed that, honestly, and it made the game feel much more enjoyable. Obviously, I didn't really think the story was much of anything in general. Like I that's been talked about in a lot of ways in the past, but I honestly think the story of Xenoblade X is really amplified using Mira in general, because Mira is a world that feels like there was so much mystery behind it, and that's pretty much where the story is going into it. And I really enjoyed that part more than like the actual plot of the game, because like most of the characters in the game I really didn't care about. I didn't care about Tatsu. I didn't care, unfortunately. I didn't care much about characters like L or like the main antagonists, like Luxar, like freaking Luxar in general. Like what the flick, what the flip, man. Yeah, I know I share a name. I share kind of a name with Luxar in general, but that's not where I got my name from. My name actually comes from like a combination of Lux and like it's like a Latin word that means like to seek, and like you'll probably already know that Lux is like Latin for like light, so it's like a combination of seeking light basically. But I did not get it from freaking my name from freaking Luxar for sure. So, but yeah, although I did like a couple characters like Lao and Lin, most of the characters I didn't really find like anything particularly interesting. Sorry, all the Gajarg fans out there and all the Arena fans out there. I just didn't really find them to be the best characters in Xenoblade in general, but I did find a lot of enjoyable moments, especially in later chapters in the game, regarding like the story in general and stuff. So the side quests are probably some of the most addicting side quests in the series. Like you get to have like missions that you could just do normally and just get from what was her name again?
Oh wait, Eleonora?
Eleonora. You can get missions from Eleonora just to fight these enemies or get these materials, and you can complete missions and stuff. It's really stuff that you can just do in general, just on the side. But I think the main side quests and like building relationships with the people in NLA and all the Manon and stuff like that, they can range from like pretty hilarious to like pretty like dark at times, and like I find that to be like pretty cool in general and emblematic of the actual game. I didn't find like it to be like the best side quests in my opinion. I still think like Xenoblade 3 side quests are still some of my favorites in the series, but I want to just give a really warm shout out to Xenoblade X Definitive Edition side quests. Like they really back a decade ago they were really good, but here I feel like they were even more enjoyable because of all the quality of life improvements. So, but I will give my full thoughts on a full review of Xenoblade X Definitive Edition, spoiler free, at a later point. I don't really know when I'll be doing that, but I really think this is an enjoyable game in general, so...
Oh yeah, I just wanted to say there is a character in chapter 13. I won't name them, but I absolutely love that character so much.
Yeah.
Just the moment they introduced themselves, and we may have put a little Easter egg in here. The moment they introduced themselves, they just instantly became in my top 3 for X.
Yeah.
One more thing about the tickets. This is actually really funny, but even though it is easier to get tickets, the cost of things actually went up. And people joke around, oh, it's like Xenoblade inflation, because it's been 10 years. But
Oh, yeah?
but yeah, if you do play online, it's definitely really quick to get those tickets. And even offline, you can still get a decent amount.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I play online a whole lot just for grinding tickets in general, and like I find that pretty enjoyable. Despite like not being like a full-blown MMO, I still kind of like felt like I did have a lot of enjoyment for how limited it is still. So, let's just think that like if Microsoft wants to pursue this again, I kind of want it to be a full-blown MMO sort of style and be able to like do a lot of things, but I think we'll save that for another video later on. So anyways, let's go ahead and talk about Xenoblade X news that released this year. So Nintendo actually identified this finally after a lot of complaining from people about a Xenoblade X like need to have a patch to be able to work well with Switch 2. I don't know if you saw like all the complaints from people, but basically, like, there was, like, a big issue with the desync from the voice acting to the actual, like, lines that were delivered itself. And that became a really big unplayable issue for people that are playing on Switch 2. And, Nintendo finally identified this, like, literally in August, and there will be a patch for it coming soon. I'm not sure if it's coming later this month or it would be in 2026, but it's something on Nintendo's mind, and they will be putting out a patch for Xenoblade X Definitive Edition as soon as they can. So keep your skulls down until that comes for a Switch 2 edition of Xenoblade X Definitive Edition, if possible. So
it's always really funny to me how the original X ran on the Wii U. It was very bare bones in some ways because we all know how long the loading times were. And we all know about those graphical glitches that were really funny.
mm-hmm.
And it's still really funny to me how it even ran on the Wii U. And to have it on the Switch too, that's it. I don't know what to say about that part actually.
You're gonna have more issues on the Switch 2 because it's literally just a Wii U game running on a Switch 2, and of course you're gonna have like a desync issue regarding that. So let's just hope that, like, Nintendo addresses this very soon so more people can play Xenoblade X without all the weird desyncing voice issues in general. So, but yeah.
A lot of people,
but yeah.
A lot of people are holding back on playing X because it's not optimized on the Switch 2 yet. We haven't gotten our patch. I know so many people that really want to play, but they're just waiting till we get the peak experience for it.
Exactly, and I feel like Nintendo, I don't know why they're taking so long for Xenoblade patches in general, especially Xenoblade X. So I'm thinking maybe they need to find like a good time to actually just announce the patch and just put it out there because they should have this patch ready. It's been since August since they that they are made an announcement that they're aware of the patch. So I'm really not sure what's going on, but I'm hoping it's sometime very soon, so. But yeah, that's it for this new bit of news. So another thing that Nintendo did, right when Xenoblade X Definitive Edition released, they had like released like profile pictures and banners that people can use for the profile picture for only Nintendo Switch Online members. They did this before with Xenoblade. I did talk about that in a previous Xeno News video where they showed off like the Xenoblade 3 profile pictures that you can use, as well as like the just like the regular Xenoblade profile pictures. So here we get Xenoblade X profile pictures that you can use now. They came in waves. Like they had have it available for like a week, and then they would go on to the next wave until it ended on April 16th. So now I'll be perfectly honest, I didn't get all the backgrounds during these waves. I got all the profile pictures, but I didn't think to get all the backgrounds and like all the like the borders and stuff that they would have here. I forgot to do that, and I'm just kicking myself that I did that, because like I want them to re-release this wave again so I can get those backgrounds. But yeah, otherwise I'm glad that they showcased these profile pictures of Xenoblade X from Xenoblade X Definitive Edition. So Astra, do you have anything you want to talk about regarding these profile pictures at all?
Not very much to say, but I'm really glad that we even got them in the first place. These are amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, just to share your love for Xenoblade X. Just have it be like a profile of Elma or Lao or anything like that. So, yeah, but really good stuff. Alright, going on to our next piece of Xenoblade X news. So, all the way back in March, this was announced regarding Tetris 99 that there will be an event going on where once you get 100 points in Tetris 99, you'll be able to get Xenoblade X background as well as music and like other background elements as well. Like you could change like the look of the Tetraminos to like have like textures from Xenoblade X if you want. So it's a really cool event. I didn't really participate in this event because I really didn't. I'm kind of rusty on Tetris, if I'm being honest. Like, I would probably get destroyed and probably not, like, get 100 points in time. I tried this before with Xenoblade 3 and to no avail, so... but to those who play Tetris 99, glad that you got your Xenoblade X goodness from this, so...
I think it's really cool that we got a Tetris event. I unfortunately did not take part in it, but... It's amazing for those crossover fans that love both Tetris and Xenoblade X.
Yeah, and Xenoblade in general, because there were like previous events for like Definitive Edition as well as Xenoblade 3. So we still don't have a Xenoblade 2 Tetris 99 event though. When will that happen? Whenever we'll talk about that at a later point. I'll just maybe put a hint on that. So but yeah, that's it for Tetris 99. Well, we're still talking about Xenoblade X news because Nintendo and Malisoft, or not Malisoft, but their like Xenoblade Twitter account, showcased like artwork for the game here, as a way of like showing as a way of countdowning to its release. So on like 3 days to go, we got like Wen, Arena, L, Doug, and Tatsu right here. We have like a sketch or artwork from them. And then like on the second day, we have Neil Nell and what's her name? I'm blanking on her name again.
Liesel?
Yeah, Liesel. We have Liesel and Neil Nell right here on this artwork here for day 2. And then on the like day like 1 day until it, we got Lao and this mysterious character, which I probably won't spoil as much, but I'm glad that he's turning away from the camera here because apparently they might have some kind of relationship in Chapter 13. We just don't know what it is. So, and then when it was released, we got this really cool like sketch artwork of Elma and Lynn like right by a campfire, and I really enjoyed like just seeing all these 4 artworks like come together and just kind of like make up like the release window of like what Xenoblade X was at that point, or Xenoblade X Definitive Edition at that point. So really, really cool stuff.
I really like the artwork, especially the one with Lao, because it does give you a little hint on something that we didn't get in the original X. And of course, I can't expand on that, but I was just looking back at it, I'm internally screaming at how crazy this is. But yeah.
Yeah, me too.
For the 4th artwork, the one with Elma and Lynn by the campfire, I really like how this reminds me so much of the one of Rex and Pyra. Rex and
Pyra from that's
by the
true.
campfire. And I really like the colors, like the little bit of blue in the middle of the trees.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
Yeah, really, really cool stuff in general. Just this whole artwork right here. I'm pretty sure like a lot of Xenoblade X fans will be posting about this during it, like like either Xenoblade X or like Definitive Edition's anniversary. I just find this artwork like really neat in general. So, but yeah, that's it for like these artworks here. But now we have one more Xenoblade X news. And that's because the Formula Model Kit here just got a re-release right after Xenoblade X Definitive Edition had a release. Kotobukiya re-released the Formula Model Kit that was released all the way back in 2015. So, and I'll be perfectly honest, I'm really glad this Formula Kit was made because, like, after, like, watching a previous video talking about of Wate talking about this model kit, I became like way more interested in it. I'll bring up some pictures again. But I'm really interested in this model kit, even more so to build than the Siren model kit, simply because like I feel like this is like a really like solid just scale or model kit in general. And like I really enjoy like just like all the poses that you can make and just having like the modern tech of like what Kotobukiya has now and just put it all in this model kit too. So I can't wait to possibly build this or have somebody else build this for me and actually get it as well. So, but yeah, so Astra, you have a story regarding this model kit. Do you want to go ahead and talk about this model kit here?
So I actually had the pleasure of going to Tokyo and visiting Kotobukiya. In the store, they had this huge wall of Xenoblade merch and some really cute Xenoblade X art. They also had this little demo screen that displayed Xenoblade X Definitive Edition footage, but the actual game was sold out. And this was during the second week of September. I saw the Formula scale figure model in store, but they were actually sold out of the ones that you could take home. They had all their art books along with Pyra and Mithra, Noah and Mio's amiibos. They also had the little acrylic figurines of Xenoblade 3 characters, and they had a couple stickers along with the metallic Monatos. I also went around to other stores in Akihabara and I ended up getting my Pyra and Mithra amiibos in this other store called Suruguya. And they also had an out-of-box Shulk amiibo there just chilling in their basement, which I found really funny. I also ended up going to the Square Enix Gardens, and that was really beautiful. I actually found one Xenogears figurine, which I was really surprised to see. But overall, my experience in Tokyo was so much fun. I'll definitely be going back.
Yeah, I mean, it's really cool that you were able to go to Japan and just experience, like, going into a store with all these figures and stuff. It's part of your favorite series, and not gonna lie, I'm kind of jealous. But yeah, I love, like, going into these stores and just seeing, like, all these, like, merchandise that is just all around me and stuff, and, like, you getting the experience regarding that is just really cool, and, luckily I did get all the art books besides the Xenoblade X Art of Mira art book. I'm kind of undecided if I want to get that or not, but I really do want to get this Formula model kit though, because like I've heard it's probably one of the best Xeno series model kits in general to build, even more so than like the Cosmos one that was made from Kotobukiya, as well as the awful Siren figure, as we all know.
Oh yeah, I also
But yeah,
I also want to add that they did have some really cute artwork on because there's a Xenoblade shelf, and they had really cute X artwork that I believe someone who either works for the store or they're a popular artist in the area, they actually made it.
I know in that store in particular, I'm pretty sure there is a pretty big Xenoblade fan or like fans that work at that store, and they wanted to like create a shelf representing that. And like Xenoblade fans, I definitely do want to go ahead and flock to this store, and like I don't know if this person speaks English or not in this store, but I would like to have a conversation about the series with this person who made these displays. So, but yeah, really cool stuff in general regarding Xenoblade X. So, and with that said, we are done with Xenoblade news for the year. So, Astra, where can we find you at?
So you can find me on YouTube, Instagram, or Twitch, all at Xenoastra.
Alright, that seems about it then. So, thanks everyone for watching until the end. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, comment, and share this video around. Don't forget to check out Astra's content as well. So, until next time, see you on the other side!